I promised you a new theme song. I just didn't get around to it, so this is what you get. All I do is I up the ambient music volume a little bit, turn down the volume on the media player, and just let the boys run left to right. It's really all it takes. It's really all it takes. Good afternoon to you all. I do believe we have some Australia viewers from time to time. So, oizi, hazi, oi, oi, gizzy, saki, izzy. I was going to say Foster's. That's Australian for beer, but I learned that Foster's isn't even brewed in Australia. I think it's brewed in Texas. Well, anyway, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to Producer Mike Presents. Producer Mike Wants to Be a Millionaire. I don't even have that logo on this screen. What's up with that? Don't I have this on here? That's crazy. I don't have the name of the show on there. Well, let's just move right on to why we're even here, because I know I have got the branding on this screen. We are trying to become a millionaire. And I need to be, in other words, folks, when you see this list here it's over here, right here. When you see this list of contests that I'm in, play action we'll take. We'll take it. We'll take play action. Top prize in the play action tournament is $150,000. But you see where it says millionaire? Yeah, I'd really like to get into the game on that one. So if you see ones or twos are good. Anything other than a 1 or a 2, it's kind of bad. Now, if this was week 5, we could probably overcome. But yeah, it's getting late, folks. We're in week 12, okay? Thanksgiving week is next week. We're going to be talking about that in a second. But Thanksgiving week is next week, and that's week 13. And then this whole puppy ends round 1. I shouldn't say the whole puppy. The rear end of the fucking puppy with the anus and the tail and the hind legs. That ends in week 14. And then 15, 16, and 17 are the playoff rounds. So it's crunch time, folks. It's crunch time. So the 1s and the 2s that I have, 3 out of 4 of them, I'm pretty confident. pretty confident. One of them is suspect. It's sus. And then there is one contest, and I do believe it's that millionaire one that's sticking right there at number 4. That one is just out. I'm like 40 points out last time I checked. So, I don't know. It's going to be frippin' tight going into the end of the season here. It really, really is. So what does that mean for you folks? Why are you here to listen to all that? Well, hey, someone's going to win up to $5,000. It could be $1. It could be no dollars. But someone could win up to $5,000. They are going to win 5% of whatever I win in my DraftKings tournament here, Bestballs, up to $5,000. So if I win the 150, the 150,000, as long as you have met criteria to get yourself a raffle ticket, you have a chance to be drawn, or some sort of race or something we're going to do. Like there's these online races that I've seen on other sites, and I think I might do something like that. I've seen wheels. Wheels are boring. I think maybe I'll have to figure it out, but I've seen one where it's a bunch of Santa Clauses on sleighs with Rudolph hauling them along the way there, and it's just a race, right? So, I haven't determined how many folks are actually in the raffle yet, but let me just go through the whole spiel one more time here. You need to comment in the live chat. We'll go to the live chat here in a second. Very active with the. Well, it says 3 of you. Oh yeah, all 3 of yous. Look at this. I'm seeing all number 1s, number 2s, number 3s. Congratulations, all of you. Okay. So all you have to do is comment in the live chat. Make sure, okay, after you comment in the live chat, make sure that you are subscribed to not only this channel that you're watching this live stream on, but also my personal channel. And that's Producer Mike JSP. At Producer Mike JSP is the handle. And then you should see me arm in arm with Steve Jessup. Happy times. We were on a boat in that picture. Oh, delish. I got schmag on my. Okay, good. All right, say that's another. Let me write that down. Got a topic. Speaking of forgetting to talk about things, I believe Jay took my fat out of the fire on the last movement, but I see that Eddie Weber is in the chat as well, and that's what reminded me. Yeah, velocity restorations, and maybe Eddie can pop into the chat what the actual name, because I don't know, Eddie, if you were watching Jay Morales's channel, but he's been throwing up some graphics, and he says you're like Velocity Classics. So in other words, there's like 9 names for this apparent company that you work for now. And at first I thought it was going to be like, you know what? I think this might be some sort of front, maybe for some mob group or the Panama, Florida Crips or something, that they're just using this as, money laundering. And that's why you have a bunch of different names. But that's not true, because you guys are doing some Post Malone shit. And yeah, I'm not only am I hoping you can get some pictures and all that shit, but maybe you can hook us up, Eddie, and get Post Malone as a guest on the show. I don't know if you'll get that close to him. I know you have a restraining order with several celebrities that hang out in Florida. So, let us know if that is something you'll be able to do. But anyway, let's give a lot of things. But let's get back to this. Okay, so subscribe to this channel, Producer Mike Presents, this channel, Producer Mike Presents. Then the Producer Mike JSP. I think that's what it's called. That's at Producer Mike JSP. That should get you to my channel. Subscribe there, and then actually, you're good. You're good there. You'll get, if you do all those things, you'll get a raffle ticket. Now, if you've been watching previous episodes and you did all those things, you also got a raffle ticket. So you've been getting additional raffle tickets. So like Mysterious Vixen, she's maxed out. She's maxed out. She's gotten a raffle ticket in every episode. So when we go to look, when I go to grab all the names that are eligible and then determining how many raffle tickets you have, she's going to have the maxed out. Eddie, I don't know if you are or not. You may be 1 or 2 short. T. Hines definitely. You fuck up everything. But yeah, that's basically how you do it. And then if you win the amount of money that I win times 0.05, and then whatever that is. Now, if it's over $5,000 with that remaining amount, I take that money away from you, boom, till it's down to an even $5,000, and then I'll probably Zelle it to you. If you have Zelle, I think I have PayPal. I'm pretty sure I have PayPal, because you see that QR code up in the corner? That, if you click on, if you hover your phone over it, it'll bring you to our Streamlabs site, and you can support the whole channel. doesn't just support this show. If you think this show is garbage, I don't know why you're here. But if you hit the QR code and you send whatever, you support the entire channel. I need a new mic. This mic blows. It takes a lot of effort to get me to the right. As a matter of fact, I think it appears my level's been a little low all along. All right. In any case, it would be really great to be getting a new microphone by Christmas. And these things cost about $600. Not this one. This one costs like a $99. It's fucking stupid and gay and I don't know, fuck stupid. So, yeah. But if you do send in as little as, I'm going to say it's as little as $2 because I'm thinking Streamlabs doesn't do $1. It's been so long since I've donated to myself, so I haven't been there. But yeah, go up there and you just whatever. You send whatever to us, and that will be also considered an entry for a raffle ticket. So you'll get a raffle ticket just for sending me $2. But again, you're not buying a raffle ticket. Shout out Sluggo, who told me to make sure that I word it this way. You're not buying a raffle ticket. You are supporting the channel. And as a lovely gift, I am giving you a raffle ticket. It's a gift. Not sure if that's the way to do it or not, or whatever. All right, so hopefully that explains it. I actually did a trial run on trying to get names and getting that all set up because I don't want to do it right now because we've got a couple more weeks to go. But yeah, that'll be it, and then we'll get there. Okay, before we go to the chat, I want to actually let me set this up real quick. I want to talk about what's going to be coming up in the next week. And then I also want to show you the football games that we're going to browse through on this broadcast stream, if you will. There are 4 football games going on right now. I'm sure you're watching them. All right. If you care about the football games, I'm sure you've got your television on. It's on mute. And then you're watching me either on your computer or vice versa. You're watching me on your TV, which is what I highly suggest. And then on your computer, put any football games you want to watch. And then use your phone to scan the QR code to send me $2. Us, $2. Okay? There are other people. Well, it's really just me and Jay. God, that's depressing. I've had this channel now for a good 7, 8, 9 months, and I don't really not growing much. Okay. Cheers, everybody. What is that crap in here? All right, let me get into this right now. So my coffee cup is gank. It is rank gank like you read about. And what happens is it comes right down to it. I just don't clean it properly. I think I scrub it well enough, but apparently I don't. And then when I make a new cup of coffee and I put alcohol in it, right? Because this has got like 3 shots of Beam in it. It like digs out like skanky old coffee that dried to the side of the damn mug, and now it's part of my new cup of coffee. Like it's my new flavor, and I get it in my. There was one time I was like ready to brush my teeth. I had like it was like a film right across the top. It was fucking gross. Anyway, if you drink a lot of coffee like me, here's your first PSA of the show. Scrub the fuck out of your coffee mug. I have a dark mug too. So even if I got light going on the damn thing, I can't really see in there so well, I don't see so good. So there you go. All right, now I can cross that off. Okay. Quick run through of the. You know what? Let's go to the chat. Let's go to the chat first, and then we'll run through the games right now because we've got the 4 o'clock games are well on their way. We're in the second half and everything. DraftKings, it is what it is. I'm in. Before we leave this screen, look, I've got 4. Right? It looks like 4 contests. Right? They're all the cheapy ones, but 4 of them, I'm in the money. Let's do a refresh on this screen just in case I'm being hosed. I've been hosed before. Okay. It looks like it's still holding. So first place in 1, second place in 3 of them. One of them is sus. And then this Millionaire one is I'm about 40 or 50. Actually, let's just go take a look. Let's not lie. I can't click it there. I have to click it over. Yeah. All right. So, this is going to look ugly. Sorry about the view. Let me just look at this. So I am. I can't fucking tell. All right, so I give up. I do not want to spend too much time on production shit. So let's just Eveskay of the Ubskay and move right on to the chat. The chat, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you by. I want to give him a little shout out again. Velocity. It's either Velocity Restorations, Velocity Classic Modern Classics, Velocity. I think a few people call it Felicity for some stupid reason. Maybe because there's a lot of curly hairs just lying around on the ground. I don't know. But Velocity Custom Restorations, they sent Jay and us a bunch of shit. I've actually been told that more shit is on the way. So wicked psyched for that. I probably should take the producer Mike name out of there when I do this, because then it makes it look like I work for Velocity and I don't have Eddie's skills. I don't have Eddie's skills. Anyway, Velocity Custom Restorations, Modern Classics. They're in Cantonment, Florida. Cantonment, Florida. I didn't bring it up. I'm unprepared as usual. But anyway, let's just get to the chat. Actually, no, let's just leave Velocity. Yeah, let's just leave Velocity up there, and we'll take my. Oh, that's not what we want. That's what we want, and then the name we can take off. Blends in there too weird. All right, we're not going to do that. All right, so the chat. Let's go right up to the beginning. Mysterious Vixen was here early, like 5 hours early. Already you have the chat up and going. Whenever I get around to actually scheduling this live stream, the chat should be open. So have at it, folks, if you want to get your raffle ticket eligibility in early. So Mysterious Vixen took a nap, apparently. I'll be back later. No road trip today. Cool. So Mysterious Vixen is here. Sorry, my mother made me watch Sons of Appalachia live on the TV before I could come back. I don't think I've ever heard of that show. I will look for a clip on YouTube. I will look for a clip on YouTube. Sitting here patiently waiting, trying to get my bipolar behaving THC vape to hit. Yeah, I don't think I'm all fucked up with the bipolar, but I got something undiagnosed issues. Ask Crawlface. Crawlface, he's pretty much diagnosed me as just flat out crazy. But it's not. Listen, I'm not that fucked up. It's just as long as people are nice. If just be nice, don't be argumentative. You know, a lot of people are argumentative. They just want to hear what you say, and just for the hell of it, let's just take the other side and make this a debate. I'm too tired. I don't have the strength to do that. Just be nice to your friends. Don't talk about politics or religion with your friends. Just don't. Just don't do it. You know, you got your family's going to do that awfulness to you anyway. So spare your friends. Let's see. Anyone here yet? This is still early on, folks. So anyone here yet? I gotta say, I found that being part of the comments gives me a chance to have my place to be my naughty self. Yeah, I mean, YouTube will ban a bunch of words and stuff, but yeah, otherwise you can do whatever you want. As a matter of fact, Mysterious Vixen, I'm giving you full permission to just lay into T. Hines as hard as you can. Lay into him hard. T. Hines says he's ready for a fun show. All right. Red Rom Live, that's our good friend Eddie Weber. How's it hanging, y'all? You know what, Eddie? It is hanging well. The left one is hanging to the left as usual, and then the right is pulling to the center, not unlike this country. Center right. Let's see. T. Hines keeping out of trouble. Doubt it. Mysterious Vixen. I get up to go to the bathroom and I come back and it's starting now. This is what we do. We wait until our good friends are taking a solid shit and then and then we go for it. T. Hines says Foster's is brewed in Cheshire. Well, Cheshire, Texas. I saw a video where a dude was talking about how on his stream, and he's an Australian fella, that looks forward to this particular gentleman visiting the United States so he could buy him a Foster's. And he had to say, yeah, Australians don't drink Foster's. Foster's is brewed in Texas. I'm assuming, T. Hines, there are still a beer or two that are still brewed in Cheshire, right? To the weed, no pun intended at all on this, the weeds, right? Like Dick Weed or Eric Weed. There was somebody's last name was Weed, and he brewed some beer, I thought, in Cheshire, and it was like weed beer, but it wasn't weed beer. Taking advantage of the marketing opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Mysterious Vic said, Producer Mike, you need to take a mind-altering hit of weed. Yeah, I need a mind-altering hit of something else. I think I'm due for a correction. And we'll talk about Thanksgiving here in a second. But Rad Brad is coming out to visit, and we have some opportunities. We'll have to see. We are doing like I said, a sativa. Yeah, okay. 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 Red Rom Live, Eddie. Eddie Weber, I've said it before. Producer Mike's voice makes you want to poop. I'm with you, Vixen. No, he was not talking when the piss urged to hit me. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. It's one bathroom thing. All right. His essence brings it on, though. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Okay. If I bring on a purge, if it be pee or poop or sweat or whatever, I suppose a cleanse. If you consider this a cleanse, then so be it. Now y'all made me be naughty. Producer Mike's voice is soothing to me. Fantastic. It's soothing to me too. Sometimes I try to smooth the edges. Okay, yeah. Not today. We bought Classic Recreations out of Texas. I'm going to say restorations. I think Eddie meant restorations. We bought Classic Restorations out of Texas. And we will be building all of their licensed Shelbys and Velocity Restorations all in the same house. Okay. Oh, Classic Recreations, not Recreations, you fucking dumbass. Mind-altering hits, ladies and gentlemen. Week 12. I never learned to read. Hell yeah, new order from Posty getting built by yours truly soon. Yeah, Post Malone's request, and Eddie Weber's going to have his fingerprints all over it, so that's going to be cool. Mysterious Vixen says, oh, I feel a climax coming on, all right. Oh, wait, you said maxed out, not climaxed out. LOL. You're welcome. T. Hines, I told you Mike blows. I'm sure that's what you meant. There it is. Red Rom, LOL. What the fuck just happened? I will as soon as I can. Income very... Okay. This seems like private shit. Mysterious Vixen, I will never tell what just happened. My mother is watching the TV, so I'm watching live on my phone. Fantastic. Hey, Producer Mike, my offer to volunteer to help you with the channel still stands. Hey, listen. I don't know. Maybe we can figure out. There's some things happening in 2026. There's some spots open. If you've got an idea for a show, that's really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that are interested in doing something interesting. Just got to convince me that it's got to be funny, right? Because we got to make Steve proud here. We got to keep it funny. I don't want him. This would suck. I put something on like a show or something, and then Steve calls me and basically goes, "What the fuck was that?" Producer Mike, you are not praising my legacy like I planned or hoped. You got to remember, I'm running this channel. He didn't like he gave it to me to run. Every time I log into it, it just says you are a manager. It doesn't say you own this son bitch. So there's a big difference. But I don't know. Well, I'll think it over. I might come up with something. I'll actually, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna write it down. I've got shit that I got to talk about with Jay anyway. maybe like maybe Mysterious Vixen. You could do like you remember those old. I just drew all over my fucking hand. Remember those old like in the '90s, late '80s? They'd have like you'd be watching fucking Alan Thicke's show, which is like at 1:30 in the morning. So they'd have those commercials. I'm not saying no, not those commercials, but you would have there were these like chat lines, and I not Elvira because Elvira, you know that Valerie, but it'd be like Elvira types, and they would like creep you out over the phone and shit, like 900 numbers. Yeah, that might be cool. The 900 show, the 900 Club, right? Because the 800 Club was that religious show. We could be the 900 Club, which makes fun of all those 900. Oh, fuck, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. 900 Club. 2026 is going to be lit, y'all. All right. No time for me to run and hide. Mysterious. These are all Mysterious Vixen. I bet you have skills that you're not saying. I'm retired. I retired all my skills. I got nothing. You have watched Mountain Monsters. I don't have cable, so I don't watch anything other than basically podcasts. PCL, Perry Caravello Live. I watch that all week religiously. Nope. Ain't bipolar. My stupid vape is I have ADHD. I've got something. Like I said, I'm undiagnosed, so I've got something, and maybe I'll talk about that now. Yeah, my vape. I bought this 6 weeks ago. It's like a month and a half ago, and it's a simple design. It looks like those. Well, I mean, it looks like those geek bars. They were called geek bars. And I love geek bars and still do. Should have bought a geek bar when I walked into the fucking vape store that day. So the dude sold me on these. So in other words, it's not disposable. So you've got this tank, and you fill the tank up. And now this tank is pristine because I've been having problems with this thing. So everything online convinced me that this thing was gunked up. So I literally soaked this thing in alcohol. Okay? It's fucking clean. Everything, every hole, cranny, nook, it's clean. And then I refilled it, and then all the contacts are clean. These are clean. There's contacts in here that are clean. Everything is clean. This thing is well charged at 87%. Everything is good to fucking go. It goes for 7 seconds. If I do a full pull, I should see this entire fucking screen fill up with vape, and you won't even see me anymore. This is my experience. Now, mind you, I've got like 4 or 5 drops of vape on my tongue right now that flew out of this thing. Now I'm going to exhale. Fuck you, Voopoo. It's a Voopoo. Do not buy this. Do not buy this. This is the fucking thing. This is just nicotine. This is just nicotine. It's not THC. This is just nicotine. Vape store. Fuck the guy that sold me this bullshit too. This is a garbage product. I am losing my shit because there's nothing coming out of this, and it's telling me it's fucking drawing. Love you, bro. Love you, Eddie. Mysterious Vixen. Producer Mike, would you like me to email you? If you got some ideas, yeah, email's open. Fire away. If you've got some ideas, perfect. So fuck yeah, you're in. Yeah, again, I'm trying to plan out 2026. The Colonel is the main show that I'm working on right now. He is got a show it's gonna be called The Retreat or just Retreat. I think it might be called just Retreat. And he's gonna talk some Army stories. It's gonna be a heavily chat related show. Like, in other words, he might be in the chat like literally like 60-70% of the time, because I'm not co-hosting. I'm producing it. I'm not co-hosting it with him. I'll give him direction when he gets into the weeds. If you've seen the Colonel on the Jessup Show channel, or the Jessup Show, I should say, Jessup Show podcast, he tends to go down rabbit holes that you kind of got to pick him up by the back of the neck there and drag him out. T. Hines, stupid. You're stupid. Mysterious Vixen. Okay, Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy. Sands of Appalachia is 3 of the guys from Mountain Monsters. It's a cryptic hunting show, and they have their episodes are now on YouTube. It's pretty good. Okay, yeah, I'll check out Mountain. Like I said, I've got a lot of downtime being retired, so it's what I watch when I have burnt through all these channel episodes. Much appreciated. All right, let's get to some football, right? I've changed up the graphics a little bit to... I wanted to... Bright light. I wanted to kind of get more of the football vibe of this program, and since I haven't mentioned football yet, I've been on the air for a good half an hour. Yeah, this is what this show is all about, is the football action, right? So what I envision going into future weeks, because once we lock into the game, the actual contests that I have moved on to, I am going to start rattling off players. We're going to be talking about specific games where a player is playing, because I'm going to need some shit to happen. Now, again, I mentioned this before. I don't do the 1:00 games because I want things to cook. I want things to simmer in the pot for a good portion of the afternoon before we stick that spoon in to see if, it could just use a little bit more salt. Just a little. That's where I want to be in the afternoon when I come in. Now, I was trying to get to a nice cutoff, right? Like halftime, late games. You know what? It's going to be somewhere between 2:30 and 2:45. I had this pegged for 2:45 where these games would be coming out of halftime. Yeah, there was one game that was like, well, let's look at it. This one's 8 minutes to go in the third, right? This one is, you guys can see it, I can't. 5 minutes to go in the third. So that's about a 2-minute difference. Okay, that one caught up. All right, this cannot be at halftime, is it? Yeah, okay, just starting. So game 3 here with the Eagles and the Cowboys, 13 minutes to go in the third. Okay, I guess they're kind of getting closer. All right, so let's do these scores real quick. This is kind of a surprise probably to a lot of folks, especially that since Dion's kid is starting this game. I got a little too excited when I first saw the early score, well, not necessarily the early score. When I first saw the score, which was at some point during the first half, Cleveland was winning 14-0 at the time. Now, Dion's kid is doing his first start. Shador Sanders? I don't watch TV anymore, so I never hear anybody pronounce his name. I just read it. So Shador Sanders for my best ball, I ended up kind of going all in on him a little, just a tinge. Not for a number one quarterback, not by any stretch, but he's in a ton. Like, he is one of the, if not, I think he's tied for first in the highest percentaged player that I drafted during best ball. Out of the 12 contests that I joined, it was at least 4 times. So 25%. No, 33%. 33%. So, of course, as the we got closer to this season, and actually I should mention this. I can't draft in best ball here in Nevada. It's not allowed. It's illegal. DraftKings is essentially persona non grata in the state of Nevada. I should say Nevada. I'm a resident now. If you're not a resident of Nevada, it's Nevada. But if you live here, you're supposed to know. The correct pronunciation is Nevada. 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 I've been drinking, and I think I said persona non grata not too long ago, and now I'm saying Nevada. I think that's what the problem is, because when I'm drinking, my linguistic skills are food. Fact. Let's go with fact. Shout out Tom Monroe. Tom Monroe loved to use the word fact. Are you fact? Fact. Love the word fact. F-A-A-K. Fact. All right. So Shador Sanders, I saw 14-0, and I thought maybe possibly he threw 2 touchdown passes. Nope. The direct opposite. He didn't throw any touchdown passes. He let somebody run it in, I'm assuming. Or the defense. I bet you it was defense. I bet you the Browns have scored 2 defensive touchdowns. If you want to, listen, this is not a stat show. T. Hines will tell you that. This is not a stat show. Not doing stats. It's too hard to look shit up. You look it up. All right. Game 2 is Jaguars Chiefs, but they're in an ad right now, so we're not going there. So let's go to Eagles Cowboys. So the Eagles are winning 21-7. Yeah, this is kind of surprising. I don't think the Eagles are as good. They're not good. They're good enough, right? They're going to be in contention. They're going to make the playoffs, all that shit. But no. Super Bowl? No. NFC champions? No. I should have probably done those reactions different, but I did think the Cowboys would be better off at this point. Comments. If you think I'm high. Oh, yeah. I'm going to say a lot of shit about, like, hey, can you put it in the comments? I'm not telling you to put it in the comments for the engagement shit, which it does help. I'm saying it because I am going to go to the comments and I'm going to fucking talk about it. But can you do me a favor? When you make a comment, can you put like maybe a parentheses or maybe a bracket? Let's use some brackets, folks. I don't think we use brackets enough. And I'm not talking about the curvy little thing, the curvy little Klingon Batlef little thing. I'm not talking about that. I actually don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. I mean a full-on bracket, which is a hard C. And then in those brackets, put what you're referring to. Like, oh, Mike was talking about Carly Simon's vagina. For whatever reason. I don't know why I would be talking about that. I don't know. I love Carly Simon. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, I do. All right, so Eagles are beating the Cowboys 21-7. 7. So let's go back to the ad game, which was the Jaguars and the Cardinals. And this one, well, okay, maybe folks would have thought the Cardinals would have been favored in this. I think the Cardinals are favored by 3.5, if I'm not mistaken. But I thought for sure the Jaguars were going to win this on the field. So them been winning by 3 at this juncture of the game is not surprising. I think the Jaguars are going to finish the Cardinals off. And then, yeah, absolutely the game of the week. Falcons visiting the Saints. Falcons just lost their starting quarterback for the year, Michael Penix, I believe. He is done. So they brought Kirk Cousins, if I'm not mistaken. Kirk Cousins? It's not Jeff George, right? Jeff George came to my head. Yeah, it's Kirk Cousins. So Kirk Cousins has led his Falcons to a 16-7 lead in New Orleans. Yeah. People were shitting on Kirk Cousins, and unfortunately, I have some bias because Kirk Cousins, I had him on my fantasy team in years past, where he has done so good, so good. So I have no bad words. He's like a Ryan Fitzpatrick. You put him in that kind of a category where the guy just seems cool. I don't know. But so there are your scores. There's your roundup. Should we call it a roundup? So there's your roundup. All right. So going back to my DraftKings, let's just do a quick. Let's do just a real quick refresh. Cheshire Street. See what happened, folks? See, I told you. So one of those suspect ones that I was in is now over. Well, it's not over, but back out. And imagine it's that 1 and 3rd. So this 3rd and this 4th are somewhat close. One of them right on the cusp. So we're gonna say that these are the 5 contests out of the 12, ladies and gentlemen. Which, I'm gonna pat myself on the back on that. That's some damn good drafting. The fact that I'm getting into nearly half of the contests that I entered, and I am now going to be moving on to the second round. First or second place, ladies and gentlemen, out of 12 teams. That's how you get to the next round. And you have to fight for 13 rounds, 14, 15, 14 rounds. You got to fight for 14 rounds. No, I'm sorry, 14 weeks. Round 1 is 14 weeks. So 14 weeks, the players you draft, first or second. Dude, that's hard. It's hard. Sorry. I've been drinking. Week 12. So I'm happy with my performance. I just wish there were more. Oh, you know what though? Maybe it's 6, because there should be a millionaire here at 4th. There should be a millionaire here at 4th. Is there a millionaire here at 4th? Fuck. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of 4ths. Too bad there's not a lot of 5ths. Am I right, Eddie? Okay. All right. Well, maybe shit's really going down. Like I said, once we get past Thanksgiving, which I'm going to talk about next, I'm going to get a little bit more player oriented on this. As you could tell, I've moved, if you've watched, I think this is our 3rd episode. If you watched all these episodes, I've changed some stuff around because I watch it back afterwards and go, I don't like that. That's why on the chat, which we'll get back to in a second, I'm going back to the chat right now just to use that as an example. But I think y'all noticed that I totally changed the chat channel, right? The chat channel is completely different now. I gave it its whole fucking screen. And then I expanded this. Nope. I expanded this. This is now bigger. I'm trying to get the background a bit because for some reason, it's not that the background's the background. I mean, who gives a shit, right? Like, well, I was gonna show. Yeah, you don't need to see it. Okay, you don't need to see it. But what the fuck was I talking about? Oh, the outlook of the channel, the format, the templates and shit. You know what, Mysterious Vixen? Would you like to host this show next week? I'd rather. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe we just have you do this. We'll have you go through the games. We might just do that. I've been drinking enough now where I'm actually considering it. Let's just next week, folks. It's possible that Mysterious Vixen. Now, here's the problem, Mysterious Vixen. You're gonna have a problem engaging with the chat. You're gonna have to work on that because you're gonna want your raffle ticket. Oh shit, though. If you end up hosting the show, does that make you associated with the show and then make you ineligible for the contest? Because like Jay Morales is not eligible for the contest. Jay Morales is not eligible to win. He works here, even though I don't pay him anything. But like Brad, no, not eligible. Crawlface, no, not eligible. Like Eddie's lucky. Eddie actually is eligible because he didn't submit anything for an official show. If you submitted shit to me as an official thing and I broadcast it as a show, yeah, sorry, you're fucked. You now have an association with this organization, which makes you ineligible for prizes. Now, it's not from me. I'd love to give. I'd love to be able to just fucking take the $5,000 if I won the thing and then just give it to my favorite person. Not going to tell you who that is, but that would be illegal. I would be sued civilly, and then since I have anxiety issues, that would be worse than waterboarding. I'd actually rather be waterboarded than that fucking happening. All right, and I'm just seeing a quick. Okay, all right. I'm just making sure there's nobody fighting in the fucking chat real quick. So T. Hines said something about Mysterious Vixen being number 1 and T. Hines is number 3, and I guess he's pissed about it. All right, we'll get that into a second. Well, okay, we'll get ones and twos, ladies and gentlemen. Ones and twos. I need ones and twos over here. And the 3 and 4 need to turn into a 2. I don't think they're anywhere close to being a 1, but we could give a fuck about ones. Ones or twos is what we're looking at. So 002. What does that spell? Ot. Ones or twos. Ot. Mel Ott, catcher, Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates? Really? Pirates? Week 12. Skidded it, T. Hines. Okay. Not a lot of. I don't think we have a whole lot of updates here. 14-3 still. Let's do a refresh because you know what? I get caught with my pants down. Yeah. Sure did. Oh yeah, they're gonna go to an ad. Fuck you, Target. God damn it. They're always sneak them in, folks. Good times. All right. Where's my cursor? Thank you. 17-14, the Jaguar. Yeah, see, again. Oh, is this refreshed? It is refresh. Oh my goodness! Will you look at this crap? Target really wants to sell their shit on this. Producer Mike wants to be a millionaire show. I bet you the same thing happens on this one. So we got the Cowboys and the Eagles, 21 to 7. Still, no, this is definitely not refreshed. Let me get number 4 up and ready. Yeah, God, screw you. I don't think I'm ready on all. Maybe I should go to these games a little bit more often. I know halftime. This one flippin' says. Hey, no ad. Unbelievable. The Atlanta Falcons. This is a game I shit all over too. This is now my favorite game on the board. 16 to 7. The Falcons are beating the Saints, but if memory serves, oh no, this is no way. There's no way. In the third. Oh, then now there's a minute. Okay. All right. God damn it. How long I'm going to be on this damn stream? I thought this was going to be over soon. All right. Football flying in the air. All right. Okay. So yeah, Falcons 16 to 7. Michael Penix, I mentioned him. He might have been the dude that I drafted as often as Sadur Sanders. You know, I got to stop saying their names because I feel terrible when I mispronounce names, and I just don't know how to say them. And it's I'm sweating. It's because I'm thinking about the word racist. That's why I'm sweating. I don't want to say it, but that's what I. All right, so let's go to another game. It's still 14 to 3 in Las Vegas. Ah, crap. I transitioned that on purpose, too. That was so stupid. Eagles 21 to 7. Yeah, there's really nothing there. All right, so let's move on to a producer Mike topic. And do we have a cool screen that I can use? Okay, let's just go to my full screen. I was trying to last week I had the one where all the 3 games were up. Thinking that for some reason you are tuned in for this, for the score of the game. You're not. So, all right. So let me hit some topics here. I had 3 left. We got a quarter left, which is going to last us probably about 40 minutes. So buckle up. Let's talk about, quickly the movement on Tuesday. Jay Morales and I will be back. We're actually going to do an in-depth look at Thanksgiving. We'll probably talk about some history of Thanksgiving. Maybe a lot of you don't know where Thanksgiving started. You know, maybe you think the Thanksgiving started right around the time Pink Floyd's second album came out. I don't know. Week 12. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. But there is a history. You know, maybe that's what I'll do for Tuesday, because I never know what I'm going to do for Tuesday. I'll find an obscure, not obscure necessarily, but you know, maybe something that somebody doesn't know about Thanksgiving. Well, maybe there you go. I'm going to add. Oh, even better. We're going to go to Grok. Now I'm not going to say shit. Fuck. It's already live. You got it. If you watched the movement and you know about the Grok segment, you already know what I'm going to do. So anyway, that's what we're going to do Tuesday. So I want to move on to actually Thanksgiving though, and give you some shit that at least I know now about what's going to happen on Thanksgiving. 12 noon Eastern, 11 Central, 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific. We are going to be going live. When I say we, I mean Rad Brad and myself. We are going to be at Rad Brad's suite, as far as I know, at the Sahara Resort and Casino. We will be live at, like I said, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern. We'll have our snacks out at that time. But there will be a run that we will need to make to go get our Thanksgiving meal. Now, I believe the Thanksgiving meal will be a bit of some contention. It's going to be there because there's a lot of options. Now, I don't give listen, I'd like to have turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes. I'd love to have all that stuff. But if the casino's gonna, if the place is gonna rape you on the damn fucking meal, right? Like, oh, it's Thanksgiving, and we have a Thanksgiving meal, and it's Thanksgiving Day. Oh yeah, you're gonna pay. Yeah, that'll be $1,100. Well, you can go blow a goat because I'm not gonna fucking do that. I'm gonna try this. See, I really could use some nicotine. Nothing. 6.6 seconds. Nothing. Just add a 6. You're the fucking devil. Fucker. So there's a Chicky and Pete's. I don't know if anyone's tried a Chicky and Pete's before. They're not a sponsor, but they're an outstanding restaurant, and they have like crab fries, and lobster shit. Like there's a lot. I think there's a lobster mac and cheese on. So I'm thinking of just going to Chicky and Pete's and getting like, spending like, because I'll spend $50 on my meal, whatever. So get a lobster mac and cheese, crab fries. I don't think they have a microwave in there, so it's not like I want to get a bunch of extra food because there's other resorts that'll have the microwave in there, and I think what I'm going to be bringing is I don't have a microwave I could bring. Man alive, though, that would be a cool service though to offer. Just like, hey, I want to rent a microwave because you're going to stay in Vegas for a week, but the hotel you're staying at doesn't have a microwave. To write that down because that is going to be a topic for Rad Brad on Thanksgiving. 'Cause Rad Brad is always looking for the biggest next business. And I used to stay at the Sahara a lot. And I know they don't have a coffee maker. And I know they don't have a microwave. So what if you rented? You tell them how long like your client calls in online, whatever, and says, "Hey, I'm staying at the Sahara. I need a microwave and I need a Keurig coffee maker." So I buy, maybe I've got 6 Keurig coffee makers and I've got 6 very tiny microwaves. And then I rent those out at $15 a day. Always as a package. So it'd be $30. You get the coffee maker, Keurig, and you get the God damn, that's a good idea. That is such a good idea. I'm gonna get Brad to fucking finance it and then I'll run it. No, I can't run it. He's gonna have to buy me a car. I don't own a car. All right, might not be the greatest idea. All right. Thanksgiving. That's what we're talking about. It's Thanksgiving. Okay, so we are going to be going live. Brad and I are going to be going live so all flipping day. So 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern turns into sorry, turns into a 12-hour stream. So it's probably going to be a 12-hour stream. We certainly do not expect you to hang out with us the whole 12 hours. What we would hope you would do is when you have a free moment, just kind of poke your head in, see what's happening. There's a good chance that I'm going to be bringing the mushroom. I am going to bring the mushrooms with me, and I may do them at some point during the stream. Again, with mushrooms with me is always how I feel. I'm a 2 gram guy, so I don't know. For all you 2 grammers out there, you know what that'll do to you. I go into a full-on sweat. I get cricket legs. I rub my legs together a lot for some unknown reason. But yeah, not going to start early on that. That would be definitely a game 3, third game type of thing, because I got to produce the show and do all the computer shit, and Brad's an idiot. He doesn't know any of that crap. I can't expect Brad to, whatever. Like if I did that and then ended up for whatever reason skitzing out and not realizing what's happening, like about a half an hour ago on that stupid hit that Mysterious Vixen made me make, we may find ourselves 24-hour sleep stream. It could be a sleep stream. Like, yeah, we just went to bed because we forgot to turn shit off. Snoop did that once. I think he did it on Twitch. He did this stream, got distracted, and then forgot to turn the stream off, turn the light out, all this shit. And then his stream was live in that room. There wasn't anything special happening, but it wasn't like his bedroom or anything. But then he came back into the room the next day, went to his computer, refreshed everything, because, the screen probably went black to the screensaver or whatever. And then went, oh, fuck. Was I live the whole time? Whatever. Looked at the chat, and the chat was just blowing up. I should do a sleep stream. I'm looking at the chat right now. No one's using brackets yet. I just want to mention that. Okay, you were told to use brackets, so I know what you're referring to when you make statements. Unless T. Hines is calling people stupid. T. Hines, behave in the chat. We'll get to the chat in a second. All right, let's go to the games. Let's see. Let's see if we have any scoring changes. All right, it looks like we do have a change in the Jaguar game, right? Cardinals making a game of it. Let's do a refresh. Make sure that 11:30. Nope, more time and less time. 11:39 left to go in the fourth. 10:56 left to go in the fourth. Fuck you, ESPN. Right, Tians? 14. The Cardinals have. They're hosting the Jaguars, who have managed to score more points than them. 2nd and 8. The Jaguars 15. If you're. All right, I'm been drinking too much. The Browns are defeating the Raiders 17-3 in Las Vegas. Folks are probably wondering, geez, producer Mike, you're not a fucking season ticket holder for the Las Vegas Raiders? Why are you streaming your bullshit fucking show when you could be supporting your local Las Vegas Raiders? Yeah, so the Jaguars are beating the Cardinals, and the Eagles are still defeating the fucking Cowboys. We hate the Cowboys, right, T. Hines? Right, Mysterious Vixen. We hate the Cowboys. The fucking look, America's team. You can have the title. I don't give a fuck. I get it. I get why that's the title. I get it. But fuck you, Dallas Cowboys. I'm sure Dallas is a lovely city. The TV show was all right. I mean, it wasn't crazy great. I mean, when was the last time someone came up to you and said, best show ever, Seinfeld, MASH, Dallas? I'm going to say no times anyone has said that. All right, I'm going to try to hit off this thing again. I'm going to try pressing it on there if it's a contact issue. It's spraying in my mouth. Problem is, I don't have any nicotine. I'm running out of my Juuls. The saving grace is that going to Thanksgiving at the Sahara with Brad is there's a Walgreens next door, and I think they sell Juul pods. So I will be. Yeah, I got luggage. I was almost thinking just drop me off in front of the goddamn Walgreens. Yeah. You would think, yeah, hey, producer Mike, you're just going there for a couple of nights. Why do you have to bring a suitcase? Got to bring equipment, cameras, tripods, all that shit. If I could get everything into a backpack, can I? If I can get everything into a backpack, I'm going to have the Uber drop me off at the Walgreens. There's no way because I got the food too, right? Because I bought snacks, and yeah, I got to bring the Keurig. I'm bringing the Keurig. Am I bringing something else? No, just the Keurig. Oh fuck! I could bring this. I could bring the Instapot. Doing a stream. Gotta keep in mind that we're doing a stream. I have all these ideas. I was thinking about doing Thanksgiving dinner at the fucking room, and I determined that I didn't have. I couldn't. I'm sorry, everybody. 21-7. Why is this doing this? There we go. This was a shitty screen. Sorry, everybody. All right, and we have 16-7. The Falcons are over the Saints, and there's no way that. All right, you know what? I can't. I can't do this to you, folks. I think we need a refresh on everything here. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, this is fucking huge. Look at this, everybody. Look at this. Cleveland Browns are winning 24-3. Here it is. You're gonna see the thing there. Boom and dink and dink. 24-3. Sanders threw a 66-yard touchdown pass. Shador Sanders. That's Deion's kid. So it's not prime time, it's prime time's kid. Subprime time. Velocity restoration. Okay. So that's huge. I can't wait to see this. No, actually, He needs to do that again. You always want your starting QB to have at least 2 touchdowns, I would imagine. But again, I need to probably need another drink. Is what I need. Why didn't anyone tell me there's a Target ad happening? Target owes us $4,312. Oh shit! Is it happening again? Yeah. No. Oh, $8,608 now. Is every fucking channel gonna go to a goddamn every screen rather ad? Folks. Folks. Oh, I know what we can do. We can go to the chat. Let's go to the chat. I haven't been to the chat in a minute. All right, let me get to where I left off. Sure about that. We love you, bro. Commercials. Fuck yeah, man. Stupid. Did that. We did that one. All right, screw it. We'll just go right there. I'm sorry. I don't have a producer. All right, so we're just going to start here. Mysterious Vixen. It's what I watch when I haven't done. No, I did that one. Screw that. Let's just go down here. Okay. It's what I watch when I just read that. Sorry, my kid called. Okay, okay. I'll go back and watch. Okay. Mysterious Vixen missed some stuff. She's going to go back and watch. Does he do the touchdown dance like his daddy? Shador Sanders is actually a quarterback. So possibly when he gets in there on his own, that'll be interesting to see. At this point, I don't know if he scored a touchdown yet, so we'll have to see. Tom Hines, who are you calling stupid? Just out of curiosity. All right. This is what I was talking about earlier, folks. Saw some drama possibly brewing in the chat. Mysterious Vixen, I know someone who is a diehard Cowboys fan, and they are probably pissed off right now. Yeah. Let's real quick. Yeah. They're still pissed off. I spelt it wrong from above, and of course the answer is producer Mike. T. Hines didn't use brackets, so I have no idea what the fuck he was talking about. I've known producer Mike for 35 years plus. I'm just busting all of the time. I'm not angry, but it's nice to know that someone else is bipolar. Condition sucks. Yeah, T. Hines is hardcore bipolar. I've seen him do shit. I've seen him do some crazy shit. Have you seen anything? Have you seen any program that starred Bill Bixby or Lou Ferrigno? Mysterious Vixen said, I might, but you will have to help me. No brackets. I could co-host with you. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to I don't want to host. I do this show. Doing this show is basically an ad for the channel. I know not a whole lot of people watch it, but I cut it up for shorts and I do those out, and then a lot of people see the shorts, which is great. And so I find opportunities within those shorts to put like something else out to advertise another show maybe. Actually, I should do that. I keep forgetting to do that. Oh, I didn't start recording anyway. Okay. So yeah, I have to wait for YouTube to render a video in order to cut up for shorts, and then I keep forgetting to record the program. Because if I record the program locally on my computer, I can just do it. immediately, but starting to record now. And then, of course, I forgot what I was talking about. Let's go back here. I bet you this will remind me. Co-hosting. Yeah, I want to be able to produce for you because I find that I'm most effective as a producer. I can make everything look really gorgeous and pretty if I only do the gorgeous and pretty part. If I always have to be on, like, going back and then talking, like that was my problem on the Jessup show. I would be trying to make stuff pretty and stuff, and then Steve would ask me a question, like, "Hey, so producer Mike, what did you think about that? And what would your decision be in that situation?" And I'd be like, 4. I don't know what they're talking about. I have nothing because I was trying to set up the next thing. So I find that's my wheelhouse. I mean, come on, be honest. Am I like a fun host? Like, would you like, oh, I can't wait until producer Mike goes live because he's so interesting. He's going to say some fucking shit that's fucking great and tell us about his fucked up fucking vape. Why would anyone watch that? I know a few of us watch it. That's great, but I'm never going to be fucking Jimmy Fallon or Johnny Carson. That's not me. I'm behind the scenes guy, and I can do it good. Can't speak well, but I can do it good. All right, where are we at? God, I love the nicotine vape. I have one. Yeah, THC 1. I pretty much here in Nevada, we've just got I just do carts and concentrates. I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner. Mysterious Vixen. I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner here myself, but I absolutely would love to cook for you sometime. Yeah, well, Brad and I will be in Vegas. We need someone to deliver us a hot Thanksgiving meal. That would be great. I'll be here the whole time. If you can't get rid of me that easy, not asking anyone to leave. That's for sure. What else can I persuade you to do? Well, promo code or the QR code is right up there. I'm not a Cowboys fan, neither am I. I'm a New York Giants fan. Pretty much the antithesis. The antithesis. Can I see that nicotine vape again? Yeah, it's the thing. Look, it's the Geek Vape. It's a tank. It's a tank within the flipping thing, and the guy at the vape at the smoke shop told me he swore by this thing. And I think it's horrible. And ugh. Can't get anything out of it. I almost threw it across the room today. This morning. Holy fuck, 66 yards. Yep, producer Mike. We can discuss it later if you want. Like I said, if you got an idea for shit, send me an email. It's all mysterious. Sorry, I can't find the brackets. It's on the keyboard. It is just to the left, just to the right of the P. It's just to the right of the P. I'm pulling a muscle in my back now, making that stupid move. Mysterious Vixen, is this what you meant about naughty? Sucks balls. All right, let's get back to the action. All right. It looks like the Raiders are trying to make some shit out of it. They got Let's do a refresh, though. Let's do a refresh. Touchdown, Raiders. Carlson hits a 61. Oh, Christ. All right. See, Hines, you get this too. I like if you make just a wrong move with your arm holding something, does the left side or right side or middle, top or bottom of your back just blow up like a claymore mine just destroyed everything facing the enemy? God, I need a drink, folks. I gotta kill the pain. What do you want to see? Quickly in the chat. First person who puts something in. Which game? Do you want the you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do the Cowboys game. I gotta make a drink. We're gonna oh Right. Me. Let me. Let me. Let me tell you what's happening. It's right here. And I can feel it. It's like it's whatever that muscle is become a softball, and I can feel it under my fist, and I'm trying to keep the fist. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Okay. There it goes again. Shit. Oh, cunt. Ow. Ow. It's like I need my fucking right hand for the mouse. Ah, shit. Ah, let me find a game. 24-21. Ooh, okay, this is still a thing. All right, 24-21. Jags are still in the lead, like I told you they'd be. Um, uh, Okay, I gotta end this stream. I can't do this anymore. Are the games over? Okay, 3 minutes left to go. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Oh, yep, 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 yep. Oh. 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 Oh.